another killing not too far away in Mova the other day.
Internationally, health authorities across 4 continents on Thursday were tracking down and monitoring passengers who disembarked a hantavirus-stricken cruise ship before its deadly outbreak was detected, and trying to trace others who may have come into contact with them since then. In Argentina, a team of investigators has yet to leave for the southern town where they suspect the outbreak originated. Officials from the country's health ministry told the Associated Press on Thursday the Argentine investigators suspect a Dutch couple may have contracted the virus while on a bird-watching trip before they boarded the cruise ship. Stay tuned for another news update at the top of the hour and for comprehensive coverage in our midday news and major newscast at 7 p.m. on CNC3.
You're watching CNC3.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. It's Friday, the 8th of May, 2026. It's your Mother's Day weekend. Literally ahead, obviously this is the Mother's Day weekend. And as much as we celebrate and we look forward, and there is that joy, as always, to see another day and to embrace another Mother's Day weekend, a family will be clearly grieving and praying that the mother, and that's the young lady right here in the front page, you're seeing the mother there, Antonia Kane Cafe. She is fighting for her life, and of course her, I would say, common-law husband there and son are no more. And we really ask the question, where are we going? Where's the criminal element going with this kind of behavior? So we're going to get a chance to treat with this during the course of the morning, and by all means, let's try to find some kind of light behind what's a very, very dark cloud. And yesterday's activity there, and even what we saw in Mova a couple of days ago with a 6-year-old and now a 2-year-old, it really leaves the heart rather heavy on this Friday morning. But still, we'll find a way to, discuss it, unpack it, and hopefully leave on some kind of positive standing on this Friday the 8th. See you soon. We're gonna get into the morning brew run-in and intro right after I literally run in. So it's a run-in on run-in. See you soon. We're gonna run. That's right. Well, we do the walking now before the run-in. And yes, we try to, at least I try to get into the program on that particular footing of energy and optimism. But even as optimistic as I always, look at the life and I see the glass, I always talk about the cup being half full as opposed to half empty. This particular development leaves not only myself, but so many across the country, and even those who live overseas. I was talking to a friend of mine who called me from Orlando yesterday, and he was asking, well, what's going on, Jason? This is not looking good at all. People are asking questions, and situations like this that give us this particular branding and cause a extra layer of fear, where some of the diaspora, the Trinbagonians who live further afield in the US and Europe, they are afraid, very afraid to come home when they see these kind of stories hitting the international news cycle. So again, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Jason Williams signing on, and certainly we'll try, under the circumstance, to still have ourselves a good show that hopefully at some point, and I know later on we're going to get into our poetry and our music, we'll get a chance to smile. But let's unpack this most unfortunate circumstance coming out of yesterday's early morning development. We'll go to that immediately, the front page of the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian, and we send sincere condolences to the Caffey family, to the Kane family, and also to the Wilson family, because we have to remember there was a family friend who was in the vehicle, and the gunmen pull up on them there in Belmont. I will more or less be guided by the investigation, and hopefully the TTPS and everyone who got that investigative power will leave no stone unturned. You notice normally I speak with a particular energy and a particular pace. I'm very measured and taking it very slow this morning, because when I heard this, I genuinely, I said, nah, boy, Trinidad and Tobago, man, where are we going with this? Where are the criminal elements going with this? Because I know, you see, the sad thing is, many who live outside this space, our Caribbean brothers and sisters, might think this is the fabric of Trinidad and Tobago, this level of darkness. And many who might not ever step foot on the soil will never experience the kind of love and the compassion that's here, because there is lots of good in the country. Let's don't deny that. Yes, there's the political bacchanal and people who speak out of turn, and you know, we have our daily struggles in the lived reality, but the reality is there is so many of our citizens, so many doing the right thing, making a difference in their community. So the light side of Trinidad, the bright side, the love side is very much existent there, functioning, but there's also a dark side, an underbelly, a criminal element that clearly within recent time they're showing that they have no care and concern for life, for limb, for circumstance, and even now for the children. So the dark side is very dark, and there are many who just see in the dark side. So I think that's it's important for us as Trinbagonians, when we relate these stories to our friends and our neighbors and our family overseas, that we also let them know, yes, it's terrible, but there are people who also try their very best to make the most of our lived reality. And I guess also we need to put a little more pressure. We need to be realistic about the scenario as it pertains to law enforcement and detection, because this kind of stuff, there must be a swift action, no stone left unturned, bring people before the system, and let's get a quick judgment. This cannot be the way forward. We're children. This time around, the young man is 2 years, well, comes in the young man, the boy, the baby, 2 years old. The girl didn't even make 10 from over. No. This can't be it. This cannot be it. So we get a chance this morning. We'll talk to Marcus Kissoon from Childhood Justice Collective on losing our children to violence. That conversation is coming up inside this first hour. I'm watching the developments too as it pertains to the students. They have been suspended, I guess, based on the video. You can identify a few. And I'm sure coming out of that, because I mean, it's just how the immediate swing, the young girl just, there was no hesitation, you know. It wasn't even a second thought. And then young Roberto Carlos come in here with the kick. You see him? You see young Roberto? That's clearly Roberto Carlos' son. How he know to kick a big man. Look at the girl now, look. One swing. I won't lie, boy. These children here, look. That is unacceptable on all levels. And I guess there will be, there must be some kind of, I mean, listen, two things coming out of this. As a big hardback man, I mean, the older man looks even bigger than me in terms of size and structure. I don't know Kung Fu, I not know Karate man, and I would take Officer Russell's instruction, unless I pull up my phone and call the authorities, because as a hardback man, you try to intervene here with the young people. And sad might be a portion. And I'm not going to put myself through that. And that's the unfortunate reality, because as an adult, yes, you want to help, you want to intervene, you want to be able to broker some kind of peace here with the youngsters, because you're thinking, you're adult, there should be a level of respect, but, you know, as Buju said in a song some years ago, no respect, disrespect in all aspect, you know. That's not even a disrespect anymore. That's a misrespect. That's a mystery and a disrespect teamed up in one. It's mind-boggling. And I hope the parents do defend the actions of these children. Parents, you have to take stock and also humble yourself and recognize that this is a critical moment. For every child who would have been suspended there can be that turnaround if they're dealt with the right way, and if there is some kind of intervention and some kind of I would imagine, psychological evaluation. It can always be force on force. Clearly the children forceful, so there needs to be a different approach to bring these children back to some kind of straight and narrow and to a deeper understanding as to the infraction and as to the misrespect they were able to display. And hopefully no more. No boy, that was brutal. So the students involved in that, they are suspended. And the older man, from what I understand, he is on the recovery. And that's a lesson for us, hardback man and the hardback woman looking on. Unless you know some kind of taekwondo and you have combat training, I advise best you stay out of that kind of bacchanal there. Call the authorities and let them treat with it. Let's head now to the back page. What's happening via sport? Well, we're looking at some SSFL MVPs. That's right, Goussain and Clement. Kudos. That's the top students for the school football. Goussain repeats as school top girls footballer. All right, that's, of course, the young player Nikita Goussain of Pleasantville Secondary. And as it pertains to the boys, goalkeeper Mikhail Clement of Naprima College. Well done, getting their trophies. All the names and all the top players, they're here via the Guardian, page 46. And we look forward to, obviously, more NBA action this weekend. Lots of sports happening. IPL, obviously, we're getting ready, days away from the World Cup, but we have the Champions League to deal with first at the end of this month. So it's a really beautiful time for all the sport lovers. Let's head to the brief on this Friday morning, and we see in real time what's happening there in terms of the water that was created yesterday by that particular rupture. And it had many asking, well, what's going on? We know there are water issues, certain parts of the country without water, and this here was like almost a waterfall, really, a cascading waterfall as described here by Roger Jacob. Well, the photo was taken by Roger Jacob, and of course we have put our spin on it because that was a scene yesterday. Caused traffic too, people's like, hey, what's this? And of course, we are looking at the Anglican Church calls for more engagement. I'm seeing President Christine Kangaloo escorted by the Holy Trinity Cathedral Dean, Dr. Shelley Ann Tenya, during the opening of the 152nd, that's the big celebration they had there at the St. Paul's Anglican Church on Wednesday. So, we are ready. It's action-packed. It's Friday, as per usual, and we get into, as mentioned, that very important conversation, treating with that incident out of Belmont yesterday, what we saw in Mova a couple of weeks ago, and what's been, unfortunately, a trend where children are also falling victim to violence. So let's treat with that. Marcus Kissoon from the Childhood Justice Collective joins me next.
Welcome to Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
Do enjoy, Stacey. You want some coffee?
Can I have the book?
Perfect then.
That's exactly what we need.
Hey, the pool is this way.
Whatever you're here for, we're here for you. Stay smart at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites.
With a bright future on your side, through every journey you will find what you've earned and accomplished. You now deserve to be. Embrace life with Guardian Life.
Okay, let me see you Cherry Hill. Yeah, now take it back. Let me see you rock off, shake off. Let me see you rock off. Let me see you kick right. Now step forward, now step back.
Lucozade, bring the energy. Unbeatable taste, new look.
Shake off. Let me see you rock off.
We are your one-stop, most convenient, most helpful, most caring community pharmacy. Our pharmaceutical services include dispensing medicines, repeat dispensing, clinical governance, but we also have a fully stocked convenience store featuring our refreshment aisle, grocery lane, personal care products, toys, pet supplies. We are most conveniently located out of the traffic, just 2 minutes off the highway in Heartland Plaza, Endeavour, Chaguanas. Contact us on 220-8705 or 470-5938 and visit us soon. Celebrate Mother's Day with Magical Expressions Limited. We're the largest local importer and distributor offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us at 701-6488 or 701-6680 or visit our website to order.
Marcus Kassoon joins me from the Childhood Justice Collective. Marcus is on the Zoom line this morning. I want to say thanks for being here with us. I know the circumstance is a most unfortunate one, but we get an opportunity to unpack and see if we could find some kind of remedy, some kind of light behind what's a clearly very dark cloud. Marcus, great to see you. Good morning.
Morning, thank you.
Those hearing about the Childhood Justice Collective, before we get into today's topic, just tell us briefly some of the work that you all do and your ethos.
Actually, it came about last year. Trinidad is currently up for review by the CRC, the Convention of the Rights of the Child. And part of that review is having a civil society report submitted to them. So CRC had asked me to pull together a group of activists, NGOs, and children to help shape this report and in its most honest and organic way possible. So children had their opinion in it, and NGOs and activists said what they had to say, and it was submitted to the UN. So the UN will then sort of translate those recommendations to the state from the voices of the people of Trinidad and Tobago.
Thanks for that clarity there and just for that deep understanding for the viewing audience. So Marcus, I'm looking at the development yesterday. Of course, we recall what happened in Mova a couple of weeks ago. And there was a time, even the criminal element, if a child is around or a child is in the space, they would hold their hand. There was a particular order. That order seems to be non-existent today. And we find more and more children dying to the hands of these criminals, violence, and the impact, it is far and wide, and it's almost shaking the core of the country because, again, children you're talking about, who never even had a chance to fulfill their potential. This is a rather sad moment, a watershed moment. And my question to you, how do we turn this around? How do we start the healing? And how do we turn this around? Is it an iron fist approach to treat with the criminal element who clearly, they have no order anymore?
Yeah, could we start by just saying this child's name, Akini Kafi? Let's just let soak in like the nation to know that that name will never get called in a classroom, right? It will never, that child, Akini, would never run a race. They will never get an opportunity to struggle to write C and to pass for a school. And this is the reality, right? That name, Akini Kafi, will not have the childhood it was due, right? Secondly, I want to talk about how, and you're right, children in Trinidad and Tobago are becoming disposable. You know what is the meaning of disposable? It means it has no value and no value for continuation. That is what children in Trinidad has become. They have become disposable. Critical race theorist Bell Hooks talks about how certain children are given dehumanizing childhoods, that their vulnerabilities and their existence mean nothing, and that is where we have become. This is where Trinidad has become. We are no longer valuing children. We're no longer seeing, and this is everybody, right? From the ways in which criminals, impact and violate the lives of people and children, to the very systems that allow criminality to even be in existence, right? So we have to own that. We have to own the fact that we have allowed this to be encouraged, right? We've been enablers to this, from corruption to the lack of resources to particular communities and to particular children. So we are at fault because that name, Akini Kafi, will not be called in a school, will not get to go to a health center and get the shots and the immunization required at 3 years old and 5 years old, right? So we have to let that sink in, right? That this is where we've become, where a child does not have the opportunity to be a child again.
Yeah, and we can't get into the minds of the criminals, but I'm wondering, as I said, there was a time where people, even the hardest hard, there was an order, there was an understanding, an unwritten rule. Even within the prison, as we speak, when someone goes into the general population and they go in with any infraction towards a child sexually, or worse yet in terms of a murder, they have to actually separate these guys from the general population, because even within the prison as of today, there is this code that, no, you don't really hurt children. So I'm thinking, in terms of our pushback, in terms of our message to the elements that this will not be tolerated, what might be a best practice within the context of human rights, obviously?
Yeah, JW, but I think what's so important is that criminals learn, even criminals have a kind of consciousness as well. And if we as a society do not embark on that kind of culture, then it's not going to, that code, that bro code or man code about how we treat elders, how we treat women, how we treat children, doesn't exist. And it doesn't exist because it is nowhere to be found anymore. I was just talking to a colleague of mine, and she was saying, Marcus, we need to write something about how some children are being qualified and quantified to get into school systems now. So if you're not part of a particular religion or a particular geography, or your parents don't have a particular kind of income, you can't get into a primary school anymore. How is that different from the criminal activity denying a child? You know what I mean? Like, how do we differentiate that? We have politicians who, right now we don't even have a confident system for children affairs. Before we had a ministry, we fought for a Ministry of Gender and Child Affairs. Children was the first thing to be moved around in state reshuffling and thinking about it. We as NGO people aren't confident enough to know where children issues sit and lie, right? So we could talk about the criminals, but if we as a society don't start shaping that value for children, that whole overall change, then we're not going to see any kind of progress.
Marcus, let me ask, growing up in a society like Trinidad and Tobago right now, where there's so much violence, where this is happening, young Akini, dying in a hail of bullets, we're seeing children, we saw with the students fighting and the young man running in with a kick to a big man. Of course, the children would not have known at the time as an older man, but it's an adult. You would think that this is a big man trying to intervene, they might give uncle a respect. What does that do to the psyche of young people looking on? The young people who might not be engaged in such actions, they're just living their life. They're here on an island and they're trying to do their very best under this circumstance. What does all this violence do to the psyche of the young people in the country?
One question that one of the members of the CHSC raised in the group was that it must be so scary to be a child to go to school. Far less this adult, right, who had this one interaction. But could you imagine the number of children who feel unsafe in school? But again, I'm coming back to where is this culture of, where's our humanity? Where's our humanity as a country, right? I came with the intention, JW, to raise this idea that Trinidad and Tobago needs a childhood revolution, right? A revolution, the way, I hear you talking about, I forget who you called earlier, but I was thinking about the way in which Bob Marley talks about a revolution, the way in which we challenge systems of oppression. And in one of his songs, Babylon System, he says over and over, tell the children the truth, right? And I think that is what we're missing in terms of a humane space. Trinidad has lost its humanity, right? The ways in which we have denied children certain things. You know, the response to children issues has always been sending bigger police with bigger guns. But let's face it, the police can't do it when there's a system that is working against them. The police was designed to protect and serve in a particular capacity, right? And you expect them to do the entire work of like shifting minds and hearts when the entire system is against them. There's no value for parents who need time off to go and see their children in school or to check in on them, right? I've always been saying we need 1 day paid for all parents. Once you have a child, you should get 1 paid day, right, off to visit your school, your children's school. That's how we start to show this particular value for the lives of children. This is what this childhood revolution would look like, right? Another thing this childhood revolution is that all sectors at the state needs to think about the child. I've always been saying some children can't get to school because there are no taxis. Why is transport not considering children in that sense? There's still children who depend on fire service, water, to just have some kind of, some sort of access to water. You ask any teacher, right? I can tell you ask any serval instructor, right before school closes for July, August, was the one thing on their mind. You know what's the one thing on their mind when they send their children home for July, August? They are studying the ones who don't have a meal to eat. You know how many times we've had to ration box lunches and share it with students and share it and give the one who we know doesn't have anything to eat to carry home with them as well. Are we thinking about children in that kind of way? Every sector has to be thinking about children. The banking sector, how do parents get access to money and systems so that they could do things? Education is supposed to already be thinking about children, right? But this childhood revolution has to center children in every particular issue and not just politicize it in terms of use children as a kind of proverbial rope for tug and war. I do this, you do this. No. It has to be a genuine engagement, right? A revolution that ensures that children are considered across every sector, right?
Yeah.
And that is where the change will start to happen. That is when criminals would know society does not play with their children. That is where schools and principals will know I don't value the qualifying type of student. I don't see a student who deserves to be in my school. I see students full stop, and everybody has an access to my school. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
That is the kind of revolution we need in Trinidad and Tobago. We need to make sure that, if anything, every teacher in Trinidad could get their masters. Because if you look at the Finland model, Finland had invested all of their resources towards making sure that the education was properly sourced. All of their teachers were highly qualified. There were no exams and no sense of competition. Students was asked what they want to do with their life and then guided through that process. That is where we're missing. When that happens, right, taxi drivers who interfere with children will be afraid to do anything, right? Criminals will think twice about invading homes where children and elderly exist because we've already placed this high value on the way we live with each other. Actually, criminals may not even exist.
Well, I'll tell you...
We would have invested in them from so early.
Well, I'll tell you, Marcus, it's an important conversation. We definitely have to continue this at a future date, but I want to thank you for the perspective and for bringing, what I could see as workable and definitely formidable solutions to this particular issue. All the best, Marcus. We will touch base soon.
Thank you so much. Yeah, cheers.
That's right, cheers. Up next, we get into a beautiful discussion, a sweet one. It's the Honey Fest. That's right, Brendan Bradford joins me, Managing Director of Buzz Concepts Limited, for all the intimate details.
Love Mum with a gift from PRW Enterprises. Huge sale on smart TVs as low as $1,150. Give Mum an HP laptop for $3,000. Samsung A9 tablet, $1,199. Robot vacuum only $1,299. Bluetooth party speaker, $2,500. MSI 21.5-inch monitor, only $850. Call PRW today at 285-9779.
Looking for the ultimate gaming experience? Welcome to Phase 22 Gaming Lounge, where gamers of all ages come to play, compete, and have fun. Dive into your favorite games on PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, or race on our high-tech racing rigs. And experience the thrill of VR with PlayStation and Meta Quest. Our lounge is safe, comfortable, and perfect for everyone. When you're done, check out the latest gaming systems, accessories, and even Samsung and Apple phones. Visit us on the second floor of Gulf City Mall or call 786-2404 to book your gaming session today.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Lucozade, bring the energy. Unbeatable taste, new look.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
Managing Director, that's his title, but I think what matters to me the most, I could safely say good friend. We have gone back since the days of khaki pants and blue shirt. So proud of Brendan. He's doing his thing, well established in the space, and it's anniversary time, 20 years, who would imagine it? Buzz Concepts, I myself would have done so many engagements with Brendan and his team over the years, from sports days to you name it, whatever execution, Brendan will call, you're available at CID, and we out there, we having a time. Good to see you, man. Congratulations, brother.
Good morning, and thank you. I'm really happy to be here with you today, Way. We have plenty to talk about.
Yeah, you're celebrating 20 years, Brendan. Boy. You can believe that? I didn't even realize it on.
Boss, you see how great we're being, sir?
I'm younger than me, By about a couple of months?
Boy, my beard grey, I work for this way. I work for this.
Take us back to the start, Brendan. How did it all start? Buzz Concepts.
The thing is, I tell this story all the time and tell people that, it started off of a bet. Somebody bet me that I couldn't host an event. And I don't like people to bet. Yeah, a little competitive. You know me, from the running days.
Yeah.
From the khaki pants running days in Poly and And so I win the bet. And the bet basically was us to do an event within 2 weeks. And that was the first event, and it was for Lockjack. And since then, boy, we've been snowballing into greatness, picking up a lot of clients along the way. The first year was six clients, and then now we do 100 events a year, or minimum 100 events a year, with good clients.
Of course. And, naturally, it's evolution. You would have been able to evolve and diversify, I would imagine. Because you started up more or less, I know a lot of times it would have been sporting events, but now you're literally doing it with any event.
Corporate. This week we did a Cinco de Mayo with Firestone Restaurant in Brentwood.
Excellent.
And the ambassador of Mexico.
Okay.
So it was a nice celebration. So yeah, the brand has evolved, and today we're doing EY Sports Day. So again, it is happening. A lot of excitement with regards to the corporate brand Buzz Concepts.
Obviously, 2 decades in the game. What you're most proud of? Any particular moment stands out top of mind where you was given a task that was a mountain task and you was able to pull through?
I think many years ago, and it's coming up now, Olympic Day was a template in which we had to interact with over like 1,000 kids. And we did a round-robin scenario where we had as many as 45 or 50 NGOs interact with these kids, but it had a rotation segment, and it became an international best practice for Olympic Day around the world. So I could look back at that and say, well, boy, we really changed the game with regards to that day and that execution. But boy, to be honest with you, the feelings about in your heart, boy. I tell people it's really not about money anymore. It's how you feel when you produce a quality event for a client.
Yeah.
And last week we did Digicel, quality event, felt it, felt the love, and that's what we're doing.
That's when passion turns to purpose, Brandon, you know, and there's that sense of pride knowing that you've been able to curate a memory for people that will last a long time.
Yeah.
So May 20th is the official day for Buzz Concepts' birthday, right? That's a birthday right there. Obviously, it brings us now to Honeyfest, because clearly 20 years is a milestone. What is this Honeyfest about? The name sounds sweet.
Well, let me cement it by saying that when we looked at saying our celebration, we had the option of doing the Hilton, the Hyatt, doing a little shindig where we dress up nice and then we said, you know what, let's bring a festival to Trinidad that actually could add a lot more value, bring our style of event execution to the public, because we've not done a public event like this ever. So we started off here, Honeyfest, it sounded good, unlock sweetness, and you know, it was progressing as we initially started. And then in doing our own research, realized that of course we know bees are important, but this is now going down the lines of a sustainability, agriculture, education, commerce, larger than life event, because bees are so important to our society. You know, 70% of the food that you eat and I eat are created because of bees. Like bees are responsible for that.
Now,
as an insect.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know they play an important role. I didn't know the stats.
70, boy, that's plenty.
Yeah, bees.
And now we're watching this society, forest fires, all these different things are affecting the bee population. And as you affect the bee population, you're affecting the food. So it's not only about the honey. It's actually what the bees do, which is pollinators.
So what's the experience when people walk into the venue?
Right.
Is literally a honey fest?
Right. So what we did is that we partnered with a lot of good sponsors.
Yeah.
Right now we just got Blue Waters. We have Bees Ice Cream, who are going to be launching a honey ice cream at the event. And so what we've done with our current normal service providers, people who normally do our corporate service provider, Appleville, Chow Nation, and a few others, is that we tell them, yo, infuse everything on the food side. So let's say this girl, Aria, and her wonton hut, you know, is honey mustard barbecue, honey mustard.
Okay.
You understand? So at the end of the day, all the products on the commerce side will be infused with some level of honey.
Excellent.
And that's one part of the event, that's the commerce. Now we also have the education side. We teamed up with ICA, international organization dealing with agriculture in this hemisphere, and they are now guiding the education element of the event. So we have a classroom, we have speakers, presenters who are now going to talk about the honey fest, honey production, bee involvement in agriculture, and all of that shabazz. Now, as Buzz Concepts, you know, we go in and do the event entertainment. So it's stage presentations, a panelist, a singer, kids' activities, a bouncy castle, and of course all the elements to make the festival with 2 beautiful, exciting MCs to just keep the vibes alive for the duration.
This seems like a family affair, because I'm trying to say, okay, I know you interact with so many corporate clients, you know, you do sports days, you do fun activities over all the years. I'm trying to figure out, you know, the target audience, who is actually designed for. I mean, this is for everybody?
It is, and the reason why we see it as critical is because we want people to understand. Like people asked me the other day, so what's your job title now? And I tell them, well, right now for the next few days, I saving bees.
Yeah.
And it's people, how you mean you're saving bees? And that's why I do it on Honey Fest. It's about understanding and more education for me, because if people understand that they could save a bee, if you could open a window for a bee versus spraying it, I think we'll win the war for our pollinators to help the agricultural sector in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a real critical step, and I feel like we could not choose a better option, because it's 3 days after International Bee Day. I didn't mention that.
Yes, true.
International Bee Day is the 20th of May. That's our birthday, but we have that birthday, and it all lines itself up.
I now get an idea there, you know, you should have a man like Alan Honeyboy Diaz and that. You have Honeyboy should just show up.
Well,
Honeyboy bad, you know.
It's everything linked to bees that we're trying to bring to life.
Of course.
So if we have a Moko Jumbi, now we're going to be a Moko Jumbi.
Yes.
So it's along those lines that we created this festival to just harp on the fact that sweetness, good vibes, and excitement. But as we speak, you know me, I can't come on your program without bringing an invitation to you, sir.
Thank you.
I don't know if you could get it right. I think you could get open.
Yes, man.
We had a strong social media team.
Thank you, Brendan.
Helping us with regards to bringing some products to life.
Some honey. Wow. Okay.
I know you will use it, Jason.
Oh, for sure. But I'm a tea.
Right. I know you do a the other day with some tea you was making or something.
Yeah. Tea party.
A little invite.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah, Brendan. I mean, I know you pay. If there's one thing about Brendan Bradford, folks, he pays attention to detail. And look the cup. Oh, beautiful. A little tumbler here.
Yeah, you're on there.
So basically, you could come to the event, come with your, oh, look at this facade. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Nice, B. Thanks a lot. And funny enough, I was called Brendan B, you know.
A lot of people do.
Yeah.
So it has to have a keychain and have a thing. But Jason, you know, I can't just give you that token. I have to give you a T-shirt for Honey Fest.
Wow, and it's branded too.
I have to give you a T-shirt for Honey Fest with your name on it too now.
Yeah, I've seen that. Let me show the nation. I tell you, attention to detail, you know. Watch my boy now. That's the Instagram there, and of course, most importantly, you're seeing it Honey Fest. And it's a dry fit too.
Yeah, inside.
It's medium?
Yep. Like that is your size.
You're not medium now, right? I right between small and medium. Right? Thank you, Brendan.
Perfect for you.
How do people, I mean, obviously get information, and is it a show-up affair? You have to, is it any advance?
No, you're buying tickets, island ticket, and you go there, you get it. But we have a real nice special. Because we're encouraging families. And we were watching other festivals before, like the Chinese Spring Festival. We were watching festivals in UV and understanding the dynamics of the market. We realized that parents can't necessarily just come with their 4 kids. So what we did is we have a special of one parent, one ticket is for a parent, and the parent is allowed to bring 2 kids.
Excellent. Beautiful.
Yeah? And that ticket is like $60.
Family affair.
So it's designed for a mass attendance, but also designed for families, people on a budget, people who need entertainment, because there are few kids' activities or family entertainment in this country.
Wholesome.
Yeah, that's valuable.
Brendan,
so
before you wrap up, where is the venue? That venue, St. Augustine.
Right, so it's called the Department of Creative and Fun and Festival Arts, and that's a part of UE. It's really close to St. Augustine Senior Comprehensive, the Green Machine, we used to call it long time, and the law school, Hewwoodin Law School. It's on that stretch. Now, what we're going to do on our socials, we're going to put the location, we're going to show a video. So if persons follow us on Instagram, they'll more than be able to get that information. Yeah. I just want to make sure I call out some of the sponsors, boy.
Yeah,
because you know, I will get licks from the team if they say, you come and you know what you were supposed to do. We have Cotton Grounds as massages. We have Pixel Plus doing the screens. We have Nyron Sound Company doing sound. Of course, we have Pristine Cleaners, Strictly FX, Ica, Beverage Bay, Appleville, and a few others. I'm excited just to say that, you know, people are coming on board, sponsors are coming on board, and they add in that element of enjoyment to this big, which I will feel now is going to be our annual festival.
Brendan, congratulations in advance, brother.
No problem, sir. Thank you for having me.
This is beautiful, what I'm hearing here, and thanks so much for the token. And we'll keep everyone in the loop as we get closer to the 23rd about the Honey Fest hosted by Buzz Concepts. Up next, we put things in place for the 5K walk and run. Yes, hospice care, a very important conversation, and we welcome the chairperson and secretary of Promise House TT for all the intimate details.
Celebrate Mother's Day with Magical Expressions Limited. We're the largest local importer and distributor offering the widest range of beautiful flowers at the most affordable prices. Call us at 701-6488 or 701-6680 or visit our website to order. Looking for a smart way to grow your savings? For just a limited time, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union is offering competitive fixed deposit rates of up to 4%. That's up to 4% guaranteed when you invest with PCU Fixed Deposit. Visit any of our locations in Barataria, Arima, San Fernando, or Tobago to get started today. For more details, visit policecreditunion.com or call us at 6124-PCU. PCU, your future is safe with us.
Unfortunately, it looks as though you're having a heart attack. There is a 95% blockage within the left anterior descending artery.
Time is muscle, so the longer that your heart goes without the oxygen to that part of the organ, the more damage it does.
Prematurely stopping those medications puts you at a very high risk. So we always counsel patients to never ignore chest pain.
Step into ABC Doors and Windows, where quality meets variety. Discover premium wooden, steel panel, fiberglass, and steel security doors alongside aluminum, UPVC, and steel windows designed for strength and durability. At ABC, we're always a better choice, delivering products built to last and service you can rely on. Visit our showroom at 1 Chanka Trace, El Socorro South, or call 638-7184 to make your dream home a reality.
Period nights don't have to look like this. Move less, wake up to change. So change for a real night's sleep with Always Overnight. Its 3 times protection system absorbs, locks the fluid, and keeps it away from your skin. For protected nights without leaks. Always.
Sportsmanship is when an athlete walks off the court and you can't tell if he won or lost because he carries himself with pride either way. This quote is an embodiment of sport, and for me, sport is an embodiment of life. We are where you are.
Hospice care is of paramount importance. We always speak of death with dignity, and that is a particular mindset or ethos that we need to embrace more. And obviously, to make that happen, you need resources, and that's why I would imagine the Promise House TT, they're putting this 5K walk and run together. It's happening on Saturday, the 23rd, at the Queen's Park, Savannah. And to share with me all the intimate details, yes, we have some, of course, info there on screen. We want to welcome Chairperson of Promise House TT, Dr. Jackie Sabga. So, Dr. Sabga is here with me. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having us this morning.
Great to have you, indeed. And Sharice, you came with great company this morning.
Yes,
Sharice Tobel. Yes, you are the secretary of Promise House TT.
Nice to be here. Yes, thank you very much. Sorry we didn't bring you any merch. Next time.
But I'll tell you though, you know, we speak of hospice care, of the importance. Of course, I just mentioned death with dignity, a chance to go out with loved ones, with that whoever's your person of the cloth.
Yes.
You know, and to have that house running, it will obviously need resources.
Absolutely.
And that's what I guess this is among other activities to really generate said resources.
So it's the idea of doing this run walk was, I think, multifold. One was really to raise awareness. So up in Santa Cruz, Promise House really encompasses 3 facilities. One is a home for pediatric cancer patients and chronic disease patients, and that's a free facility. Our adult cancer hospice is a free facility. And then a home for the elderly, which is a sustainable cost only. And that ecosystem exists in that beautiful valley of Santa Cruz. And we want to raise awareness But we also realize that when we look through that ecosystem and we celebrate life, we celebrate the lives of these children, we celebrate the lives of even the adult cancer patients that are dying and our elderly. And that's the concept behind our race, a celebration of life, and to really honor and value those that are still here with us, those that we have lost, and those that we don't even know that we're going to lose, just for everyone to come out and just celebrate life with us.
Indeed. I want to bring Sharice in the discussion as to registration. Is it online, and where do you get the physical T-shirts and stuff?
Yeah, sure. So we have the link to the race on both our Facebook and Instagram pages. You can also go to raceroster.com and search Promise House TT, and you can get registration there. You have the option to purchase a T-shirt. First 500 registrants got a free T-shirt. We're happy to say we've passed that amount, so we are achieving some of those goals in terms of the numbers. But that's basically how you can go ahead and register.
Fantastic. Yeah. And I would imagine on the day itself, you come, you gather. Is there going to be any like a little formal speech, any little gathering, a little explanation, and then you go into the race, and what happens before and after?
Right. So we do intend to have a race village, and because it's a celebration of life, I think it really embodies the personality of the entire board. Our board is a board of 5 women, and we all understand the weight of loss. But we also understand how important it is to celebrate life. So we want to have Tassa, we want to have Mocha Jumbies, we want to have DJ. So we have a lot of nice music and celebration within the race village. We definitely will start off with warm-up and all of that stuff first before we start the race, run, walk, and maybe just a little talk. Not long, because we've also been on the other end of the start line. So this is the first time that Sharice and I, with our board, are organizing a race. But Sharice Tobel and I race all over the world, and so we know what it's like to come up onto the start line, but we have no concept of what it was like to plan a race. It's been really incredible.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. There's so many details that you don't realize go into an event like this. We've been very blessed by corporate TNT coming out and supporting us. We've had really good response. Even the short space of time it's taken us to organize this, because from the time the decision was made until race day was a lot shorter, I think, than is average.
Yeah. We really came out the gate just on a whim, and
great response.
Extra Mile has been wonderful to us. My niece Caroline Moses, who runs Handle Company, she has been invaluable in her guidance and help and exploration of this all. So it's been really a giant effort, and we're looking forward to everybody coming out on May 23rd at 4 o'clock to celebrate life with us.
And it's Queen's Park, Savannah. Where's your starting area?
Right across from TGIF.
Yes, the general area. Where
so that little stalk that goes in is where our little race village is going to be, and well, the start and finish will be at that same spot.
So is it around the Savannah through St. Clair and then back around the Savannah?
That's correct. That's the route, yeah. You'd go up that, what we call the Sagicor stretch, you head out towards St. Clair Medical, and you back there by CIC grounds, come back around Wildflower Park, around the Savannah, and then back to where the start line is.
Perfect. And I would imagine a chance for families. You know, there is a 5K culture, there is a community.
There is, and it's actually quite explosive of late. I mean, I don't know if it's because we're doing a 5K now that we're seeing so much more come up on our feed of Facebook, but a lot. It is a big community, but it's really lovely. It's lovely to see people coming out, gathering, exercising. It's really wonderful.
You know, it's so important, the work that's been done, the work that you have done, ladies, with the board to bring this level of dignity, as we mentioned, give that kind of care, which is of paramount importance. I want to give you a chance to acknowledge some of the corporate entities, the stakeholders, because I know you mentioned your niece and among others. Who else is involved making this possible?
I'm going to pass that off to Sharice Tobel to answer for me.
So we had, when we first started, you know, just throwing this idea out of this 5K, we approached a couple of companies, and right away they were on board. So Mayo Clinic is represented in Trinidad, and Shannon, who is their local representative, she came to us and said, we want to be part of this. So right away we have Mayo Clinic as our gold sponsor. Our platinum sponsor is Murphy Clark Financial, who they They don't have much of a public presence in terms of sponsorship and all that kind of thing, but they really wanted to be a part of this because they understand the importance of what we do and the populations that we serve and how vulnerable some of them are and then what their needs are. So in particular, those are our two big sponsors.
Well done. Well, ladies, let me just say congrats in advance to you, Cherise, to you, Dr. Jackie Zabga. It's going to be tremendous, and I'll definitely remind the audience closer to the date what's happening.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah,
we really want the show up and that celebration that we have in our mind.
That's right. Kudos to the Promise House TT team, and they operate there, as you said, in Santa Cruz.
In Santa Cruz, yes.
Indeed. Let's get ready for the 7 a.m. news update, much more. I believe we're getting into some Mother's Day greetings after 7, so get ready to call and let's celebrate the moms. See you soon.
Now take it back, let me see you rock off, shake off, let me see you rock off, let me see you kick right, now step forward, now step back.
Lucozade, bring the energy. Unbeatable taste, new look.
Shake off, let me see you rock off.
Loving the flavors you get with Tetley. Loving the flavors you get with Tetley.
Wouldn't you just love a cup of Tetley tea right now? Dark, strong British blend to give you a good morning boost. Or Tetley decaf, all of the antioxidants, none of the caffeine. Losing weight or staying healthy your thing? Try Tetley green tea. Get the vitamins to boost your health with Tetley super teas. Or calm down with Tetley chamomile. Wouldn't you just love a cup of Tetley tea right now? Tetley, a tea for everyone.
Loving the flavors you get with Tetley, a tea for everyone. Tetley tea.
Distributed by AMCO, a subsidiary of Ansa McCall.
Shop this month end at Food Basket, Marketplace, Arima, Chaguanas, Champlain, and Gulfville. With a purchase of $500 and over, you get to choose a free case of Chubby, a bale of toilet paper, 2 cases of water, or 3 5-liter liquid detergent. Yes, you can get to choose an item for free with purchases of $500 and over. Don't miss it, happening this month end at Food Basket Marketplace in Arima, Chaguanas, Champlain, and Gulfville. Food Basket Marketplace, where shopping is a pleasure and the price is right.
Gaming Express Limited is a premium importer and retailer of the highest quality brand name electronics. We stock the widest range of PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, Samsung, and Apple devices and accessories. Visit us at Shop 52, Level 2, Gulf City Mall in San Fernando, or contact us by phone or WhatsApp message at 687-7480 or 301-9797 or 798-1280. Like our Facebook and Instagram pages for updates on products and services.
Some of us like to test limits, but there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
My own personal motto is to show citizens of this country that our stories can be told in a professional and international standard. I want to show them that the journalism they consume on cable TV can also exist here. Each day, that's my focus, that's my drive, to show the stories of our communities, of our people, matter just as much as anywhere else in the world. That's why we are where you are.
Time Check, brought to you by the Central Bank and the National Financial Literacy Program.
Good morning, I'm Ryan Beachy with headline news on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. India's Minister of External Affairs, Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar, arrives in Trinidad and Tobago this week for a 2-day official visit. The visit will include high-level talks with Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar, Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Sean Sobers, and other parliamentary officials. Several key events are also planned, including a symbolic handover of laptops and a tour of Nelson Island, a site deeply connected to the history of Indian indentureship in Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Jai Shankar is also expected to participate in the opening of an agro-processing facility in Kuva and attend the launch of a national prosthetics initiative in Penal. The visit will conclude with an engagement with members of the Indian diaspora at the Mahatma Gandhi Institute for Cultural Cooperation. Dr. Jai Shankar has been touring the region. His official visit comes almost 1 year after India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited this country. The Association of Denominational Boards of Education is questioning why Education Minister Dr. Michael Dowlat has yet to meet with the body despite repeated requests over the past year. The association, which represents 23 denominational boards, including ASJA, SDMS, Anglican and the Catholic School Boards, says it needs urgent talks on issues affecting schools. The group raised concerns about staff shortages, student indiscipline, special needs support, delayed grants, and what it called a lack of consultation on major policy changes. The association questioned why repeated requests for a meeting have gone unanswered, while major education decisions continue without consultation with key stakeholders. It is now calling on the ministry to quickly confirm a date for the talks. Attempts to get a response from Minister Michael Dowlat were unsuccessful. In some business news, Chief Executive Officer, First Citizens Group Jason Julian has confirmed First Citizens Bank is not considering any changes to its current fee structure. In response to questions, Julian says the bank's last adjustment was back in 2023 and the bank has been maintaining stability, particularly given current economic conditions. He adds that any future changes would be communicated clearly and in advance. Managing Director of RBC, Mark Jardine, also states his bank would notify customers in advance when it adjusts prices. He says RBC understands that affordability and financial well-being are top of mind for many clients and the bank will work hard to keep costs down. Stay tuned for another news update at the top of the hour and for comprehensive coverage in our midday news and major newscasts at 7 p.m. on CNC3.
Welcome back as we get into the second hour on this Friday, the 8th day of May 2026. We want to start things off with our weather update. Now, yesterday, strangely enough, we had a little sprinkle. Nothing too major, obviously. We heard from Sagoni that the rainy season is now officially here. As to our weather forecast for today leading into the weekend, let's check in again with Sagoni to see what's the latest. Up next, your weather update.
I'm Sigoni Mohammed with your daily dose of weather across the islands. Well, here's how things are looking. We've got mostly sunny conditions with just enough mischief in the atmosphere to keep us on our toes. Now, when we're talking about mischief in the weather, what we're really talking about is some shallow cloud patches rolling in and small pockets of moisture that's moving through the general area. So we'll see a little bit of cloudiness developing at times through all of that sunshine, and with it some quick passing showers, usually in the early morning for parts of Tobago, clearing out as the day progresses. For Trinidad, we'll see showers moving very briskly across the general area. Now, we also have that familiar haze overhead, and that's Saharan dust in the mix. So if you are in the sensitive groups, you probably should take things a little bit easier as the day progresses and take the necessary precautions where your health is concerned, because that dust haze is here to stay with us over the next few days. In terms of temperatures, highs are approaching 30, maybe 31 degrees Celsius if you're in Tobago, 33 degrees Celsius across parts of Trinidad. So take note, your feels like temperature will be approaching the upper 30s throughout the day. For those of you heading offshore, well, look out for winds coming out from a northeast to easterly direction, with waves dropping down now to up to 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter for those of you within the nearshore and sheltered areas. At this time, there's no significant marine weather activity. So for yet another day, you guessed it, smooth sailing if you do decide to head offshore. And with that, hey, that's a wrap on your forecast. That's it from me.
Thank you so much, Sagoni. Let's, again, give you a chance to call in, but this time, calling in with a difference. It's your Mother's Day celebration. We want to definitely do our giveaway as we have done over the years. That's more or less tradition here on the Morning Brew. Once it's Mother's Day, I think Father's Day too, they also put something in place for the dads. Today's giveaway is courtesy of BioBalance, and as you can see, this hamper, everything from your body wash to age reversing wrinkle filler to moisturizing lotion. It's a beautiful hamper. A really nice little token here. Beauty products for our first love, the ever beautiful and ever radiant mom. Yes, moms. So to all the mothers, grandmothers, the first-time mothers, yes, it's your weekend. Have a time. Happy Mother's Day to all our mothers here in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's open up the lines, give you a chance just to call, celebrate your mom, probably bring up a beautiful memory, and you're inside. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Jason.
Morning.
Yeah, morning, Jason.
Yes, man.
All right. First of all, I would like to say, well, every day is Mother's Day, right? Really and truly, and we're supposed to appreciate our mother, right? And show love and appreciation and thanks for everything that she's gone through, right, over the years and everything like that, bringing us up on everything, right? So I just want to say in advance, Happy Mother's Day to everybody, right? To all mothers and all expected mothers and everything like that, right? And in all things being equal, Jason, let us not forget the fathers also when Father's Day come up in a little bit time.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Because too many times we just brush aside the fathers. Like, they say when we're talking about football, I went Trinidad playing. When I was in Trinidad and Tobago playing, they say, when Trinidad playing, so they place emphasis on Trinidad, but the same way they place emphasis on mothers and they tend to forget fathers. But you see, I will tell you something, fathers take a great responsibility and a great role. Even though that they may not have gone through as much as the mother would have gone through. But then that is how God set it out to be. That's how God set it out to be. You have something. So let us not forget anybody, all parents out there, right? And to the mothers out there, all they take a greater responsibility relevant to all your children, right? The upbringing of your children is not about money, right? But it's about standard in the way we all bring up all your children. It's nothing wrong. I mean, I'm saying no. If all you can afford Welsh juice, what's wrong with Kool-Aid? There's nothing wrong with that, right? So all you take a greater responsibility in how you're growing up all your children, because I see something in connection with the older man, right? And all of them run to kick and beat the man. This big man could be the father. All of them fathers, this big man could be. And that is the behavior of them. So something is definitely wrong, Jason.
Yeah.
Right? So to all mothers, Happy Mother's Day, and I don't know what you give away today, Jason.
Well, it's right. Well, I mean, it's up to you. You could have it. You could give it to mom, or if you have somebody who represents that role in your life, If you have any special memories, any top memory of a great Mother's Day celebration or something that your mom would have done over the years?
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, we would have held a Mother's Day celebration, right? And all the children would have come together, all the grandchildren. Everybody would have come together and everything, and she would have appreciated it very much. Everybody not always together, right? But very rare everybody comes together. But if it is that, I'll take a shot at it if possible.
Yeah, for sure. And your mom is still here with us, right, Shagonas?
8 years. Correct is right.
All right. Well, listen, stay on the line. Let's. She'll take your information, man, and you could come collect it because you're one of our regular callers, and if your mom 80 years young, I think she will really appreciate this beautiful hamper, and you could just present it to her. If not this weekend, I would say early next week. So stay on the line. We'll take your information, Shagonas. Stand by.
All right. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah, man, you're welcome. Yeah, we're just celebrating the mom's rally. You could just, give your commentary today, share a story, but also celebrate your mom, because this is most important day. And Shagonas would have mentioned, yes, I know sometimes there's not the big hullabaloo for Father's Day. But I think that's changing, and I guess, mothers, I mean, a mother's role, don't get me wrong, father's role important too, but there's something with that role of the mother and your first love, really, you know, especially for the boys, especially if your mom really played a particular role there, that nurturer, to comfort you. There is a joy in making your mother proud. I mean, anybody, you could ask them, big man, big woman, once you could put a smile on your mother's face. Most people, when they catch a length, the person they want to bless up first, the person they want to take out of a particular circumstance is usually the mother, you know. And even for those scenarios where the relationship, let's say, as we are adults and things happen, sometimes a relationship might not work. I think there must be that utmost respect for the mother of your child. I see that as something very important, and it's something I don't take for granted at all. And I you know, really, you know, understand and appreciate and value the contribution of the mothers. So to my mom, to son's mom, to all the mothers there, the mothers in the building here, and Keisha, she's our mom. You know, we have so many mothers on the floor here in the newsroom. We thank you. We thank you. We thank you indeed. Let's see who's on the line.
Good morning, Jason. Superior here.
Superior, how you going, man? You want to hook up mom with something for the Mother's Day?
Yeah, well, I just want to tell you before I say that, though. Well, my mom passed 2 years and 5 months now.
Oh, condolences, man.
Right? And I could tell you just what you said there earlier. No wife, no girlfriend could replace that, you know. Right? And I just want to tell everybody who mom is alive and well today, hold on to everything and memories that they could. Because when that day reach, it's a different ball game, eh?
Yeah.
So, all the mothers who still are wrong, happy Mother's Day to them.
Thank you, Superior. I appreciate that, man. And, you know, he was, you notice again, that goes to show the connection still. He was able to say exact 2 years and 5 months. That means it's still very much fresh. It's something I'm sure could never really go away. So, yes, to those who might have lost their mom within recent time, within the last couple of years, we also send that love to you. And let's keep her memory alive, you know, call her name, celebrate her. There are people who actually, on a dining table, they still put a chair aside, you know. I've seen it in weddings a couple of times where if the mom is no longer with us, the mom passed away, they still reserve a chair. There's a chair reserved. Now, obviously, nobody's there, but just in spirit, the gesture is one that gives a certain comfort to the organizers of the event to know that there is that recognition still for a love, for the love of the mom. Barack Poe is going to send some greetings. Good morning, Barack Poe.
Yeah, good morning.
It's Mother's Day weekend. Go right ahead.
Yes, I would like to pay tribute to a very special mom who is very attentive to her son, and I would wish her a very happy Mother's Day, as well as all the other mothers of the nation.
That's right. So that's the mother. That's the mother of your son.
Yes.
You know what? I want to put things in place for her. You know. You think? Yeah, man. I think she will enjoy this nice hamper, this basket of goodies. You know, women. You know.
She will.
You know, women love the products, eh? You know, they love the products.
Of course.
And BioBalance is good stuff, man. So she got here the body wash from the cream to I'm seeing here. Oh, this is here. Boy, partner, it's a thing here. It's a thing here.
Okay.
Yes,
hello?
Man. So thank you so much. Yes, you know, important. Yeah, we must celebrate the moms. Yes, so by all means, happy Mother's Day. It's a big one. It's a day where I'm sure plenty of the restaurants and the different little spots obviously will be capacity. I mean, what I try to do, honestly, with my mom, with Mommy June, we would have done, I think, how long ago that was, Mommy June? That would have, probably about a month ago. We went, now we just did a random Saturday, call Mom, hey, Mom, you're free up? Let's go do a dinner. So, yes, I know the Mother's Day weekend is an important one, but I will encourage folks to, during the course of the year, just randomly, just pick up your mom, take her on a drive, go somewhere, eat, just enjoy her. Take her out on a date, let her enjoy herself. All right? We take our next call. I mean, we're out of the hampers for now, but we're still going to continue with the greetings. Go right ahead.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
This is Roland calling from Komoto Road.
What part of Komoto?
Barako side.
All right. Welcome.
So I want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. And I wish them all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Of
yes.
course.
So that is what I have to say for the time.
Of course. And we appreciate the greeting. We do appreciate
yes,
the greeting.
ma'am.
All the best.
Okay, and have a blessed day.
Same to you. Yes, was mentioned. What I feel. Okay, so because I gave away 2 already, so I'm thinking, do we have a 3rd one to give away? Because all the giveaways more or less. I have 2 here. Do we do a 3rd one? I mean, let's find out. Let's use on the line. Good morning. Yeah, because I mean, we just vibing, giving you a chance to call, celebrate the moms. I know it's a heavy day. I know many might want to talk about some of the issues, but we want to lighten it up inside the 2nd hour and just really celebrate the mothers and just let them enjoy themselves, let them rock back. Yeah, carve mommy out in the kitchen under all our peace and his big Mother's Day. No, let her relax herself. All right, so we're just doing greetings now. We had Chagonas and we had the caller there who wants to celebrate the mother of his son. So we have a chair for you guys. We're good to go. But we're just celebrating the moms on this Friday morning. Beautiful weekend ahead. And I want us to put the same energy, team. Shani team, I want us to put the same energy when it comes to Father's Day and make sure that we celebrate the dad same way too and organize a little hamper for them. And it can't just be SUV anymore. You see the socks, underwear and vest? We have to move up. It's only SUV every year, to me, is either socks, underwear, boxers, or a vest. No, we're not accepting that this year. But you know what? We will stick a pin. We'll have that conversation closer to Father's Day. We're celebrating the moms. Good morning. Welcome. Let's try one more time. If not, I guess we could. Okay, I think we're ready now. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, my lady.
Yes, welcome.
Good morning, brother J. Old School.
Yeah, Old School. Welcome, my brother.
And to all the viewers, those in our country and around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Just now, I was going to comment on the issue before about the things that occurred in the school with the children between of the elderly and different things, but I believe I'll leave that for another time. Let me deal with the motherhood perspective. The teaching, Jason, don't mind I went astray already, but as it says, bring up a child in the right way, and even way. In the older days, you understand? They would always use disremember. Just my mother's name was Elizabeth Eva Bernard. She has passed away sadly while I was incarcerated. And she's been there. It hurt my lot to know that when I was released that I wasn't there to carry her by the optician or different things, when you have problems and things. But certain things she taught me in the area they used to call, she was in Welcome Enterprise, right? Sister, they used to call her. Right? And she's like, here's how she teaching. These people, all right, we in the joint room with her, right? And a big person come and big people talking, she don't have to tell us nothing. Just a glance alone and we know, go to the back. That don't happen now, Jason. Parents cussing and singing and all kind of genuine with parents. My mother taught us, eat little and live long. Jason, I can't eat a whole plate of food one time. When I take out a medium plate of food, they say about 3-4 times they are eating it.
Yeah.
I will always remember, Jason. There was a time I said, Mommy, I was under 10 years. I said, Ma, I rather take cheese than beg. But I got a spoon in my head.
A core memory. You remember that?
I was under 10. I'm a 17 now, Jason.
Yeah.
You understand? No, it's at the stable. I never hold no God against shit for that.
Yeah.
But she's saying you don't have to steal.
Yeah, there's a lesson, a core lesson there. Well, Old School. Old School, after running out to another conversation in terms of the guest who's already in studio. But let me tell you, thanks again. I have your contact. I got it from my colleague Amisha, so we will touch base with Old School so I can bring you on to tell your life story.
All right. I want to write my autobiography.
You should.
I have to go for some advice from Brother David Mohammed. He's one of my
mentors.
Motivation.
All right. Hey, all the best, Old School. Old School there from Enterprise. So we're getting ready for most interesting conversation next inside the Mind Your Business. Timely discussion also in time for Mother's Day. We get you ready for details concerning NMK designs and printing. See you soon.
Need to upgrade to a better phone system? Contact the experts at Voice Outsourcing. In office or remote, our phone system allows you to take every call. Grow your bottom line by offering excellent customer service. Call 217-1895 or 628-8182 or email today.
Loving the flavors you get with Tetley. Loving the flavors you get with Tetley.
Wouldn't you just love a cup of Tetley tea right now? Dark, strong British blend to give you a good morning boost. Or Tetley decaf, all of the antioxidants, none of the caffeine. Losing weight or staying healthy your thing? Try Tetley green tea. Get the vitamins to boost your health with Tetley super teas. Or calm down with Tetley chamomile. Wouldn't you just love a cup of Tetley tea right now? Tetley, a tea for everyone.
Loving the flavors you get with Tetley, a tea for everyone. Tetley tea.
Distributed by AMCO, a subsidiary of Answer McCall.
Your future is safe with us. No matter your age or where you're from, or what doors are open to each and every one. Your financial needs are sure to be met. At Police Credit Union, there's zero regrets. A variety of services that's accessible and reliable. Here to show you just what service is. Helping where we can, but with a smile. So grow with us today. We can do this together. We can secure the future.
Police Credit Union, your future is safe with us.
Well, we have with us this morning the founder of NMK Designs, and she's not just an entrepreneur, she's a mompreneur. I love that. I'm loving what I saw here. I'm seeing mompreneur and founder of NMK Designs, Nakia Mohammed. Nakia, I want to say, firstly, welcome. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you so much.
And congrats on the business and the journey. I look forward to all the intimate details. Yes.
Me too.
When did it start for you? Because obviously, you know, going into business, multiple limbs of consideration. You could go into culinary, you could go any direction. You decided to go on designs and printing. Walk me through the journey.
So what happened is NMK Designs and Printing was born out of one of the most difficult seasons of my life. Now, we used to sell fish before, and you know, we end up getting robbed and whatnot, and because of that major setback is where NMK Designs and Printing came about. I had to find some way to use my creativity and put it into something that was meaningful. Mm-hmm. And what started as a fresh business now turned into a business that now helps entrepreneurs stand out professionally and confidently through the branding.
Fantastic. And I guess there's also a chance to explore your creative side, because there is printing, but there's also design. You're also responsible for the designs?
Yes, so I mainly do the designing.
Fantastic. So basically, someone could bring an idea, you bring it to life, or they could come with their own design and you just...
So
how it goes? Let me walk me through the creative process if I come to you to do some business.
Now, what would happen? A lot of entrepreneurs, they have the ideas, they know what they want, but actually bringing it to life seems to be a challenge. So that's where I come in with my business. So sometimes, even with a logo, right? I have clients, I tell them, well, sketch. If you don't know exactly what you want, sketch it, and then I would work my creativity and I would bring something to life too. 99% of the times, they are 100% satisfied. Sometimes we may have tweaking, but it's always being able to guide them in entrepreneurship. Sometimes you need that guidance from someone else who know exactly what they are doing.
Yeah. You know, you've shown so much resilience, because outside of that robbery you just mentioned, the fact that you was able to pivot, go into your business and do your designs that I'm seeing. In time for Mother's Day, we're looking on screen some amazing prints. Walk us through what we're seeing here, Nakia.
So this year I decided to do something a little different. I usually don't do Mother's Day per se. I said, you know what, it's Mother's Day. Let me do something nice. Let me show some appreciation to the mothers. So what I did is, one of my colleagues, she would have reached out to me and said, you know what, let's do a Mother's Day giveaway. What do you do that you can add to be able to add value? Let's give something. So I said, okay, see, in that time, a team up with other entrepreneurs, why don't I just do a t-shirt and a cup? And each t-shirt had perfectly imperfect mom, because, you know, as a mother, you hold so many hats as a mother. And I said, you know what, it's also empowering to have a jersey that says something nice about you as a mother. So I said, let's do the t-shirt and let's do the cup.
Excellent. And we actually, you know, Nakia, she went through the task of bringing said t-shirt and cup to give away to the viewing audience. So definitely get ready to call to win. We're going to make it so simple. Once you call, you'll definitely get a chance to, you know, enjoy the print and the mug. Let me ask you though, in terms of the balancing act, you know, balancing family, your personal life, your business, how's that journey been for you?
So there's no such thing as balance, because if you, as an entrepreneur, a business, being in business, you have to have consistency, and it also requires long hours, right? And at the same time with your family, you have to be present, you have to be there. I have a 4-year-old, so, you know, they require more time as though if you had a bigger child.
And 4, you know, and at 4 is energy, and
Correct. So what I do is I create a simple routine where I have structure. So I have the morning time where I make sure she's good, and then I go on to my work. And in the evening time, I would settle her, settle my family, make dinner and whatnot. And after that, once they are settled, then I do my work. I'm trying to be perfect. I don't know who came about that myth, but there's no such thing as being perfect when you are balancing your business and being a mother as well.
Yeah, and I guess I could now understand why the t-shirt would have had, is it imperfectly
perfect
mom?
Yes.
Yes, from a real place. We have a Rima on the line. Talk to Nakia. Nakia is here with us, our mompreneur and founder of NMK Designs. Good morning, Arima.
Hi, good morning, Jason.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What you have learned about the business so far from the conversation, from what you've been listening to about Nakia's business?
Well, from how I was briefly listening, I could see that she's very entrepreneurial, and she has the acquired things to go forward in the future. I see big things happening, and how she applying herself with the strategizing, with her time consumption, with the kids and whatever. I think she have a good thing going on there, and a good future ahead with this business.
Well, let me tell you, I agree with you 100%, Arima. I want you to stay on the line. Let's take your information, and you could come collect your t-shirt and your mug, and you wear it with pride. Yes, so it's all yours. You want to send Mother's Day greetings to anyone, Arima?
I would like to send to my mom, Sandra Fraser, and to my sisters, Debbie and Michelle.
Excellent.
And all the moms are Trinidad and Tobago.
All the moms are Trinidad. Indeed, all the moms. Arima, congratulations. So, obviously, I would imagine orders, I mean, this 99th hour.
Yes.
It kind of, I mean.
Last minute, 10 o'clock last night, up until 5 this morning.
When are people still making orders at this?
Still, and I gave them the deadline Monday. I said, you know, I've been promoting since the earlier part of April, and people are still messaging, oh no, I forget to put my niece in it, I forget she not in her mom, blah, blah, blah. I was like, here what? Y'all have until tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be rushing, and trying to get deliveries off by tomorrow evening so that everyone can present to their mothers if your sister is a parent as well. So tomorrow is a very busy day.
In terms of deliveries, you have a courier or you do the deliveries yourself?
I do it myself. Well, what I do, I usually mix it, right? I usually use City Post, and I do it for myself sometimes because it's always good to go out there and meet your clients. That one-on-one communication, that interaction is always good. So especially how Mother's Day is coming, I definitely want to meet everybody for Mother's Day.
Outside of the Mother's Day promotion this weekend, I'm seeing that you do the prints on the T-shirts, the mugs. What else you could print on?
Everything. So I do prints on banners, I do flyers, call cards. Once you need something printed, we get it done.
Excellent. And how do we find the business online or even your information?
Now, I am on all social media platforms, mainly Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The name is NMK Designs and Printing. They would not be lost because on all platforms, the tone, the colors, once you see that red, that white, you know, it's me. Everything is neatly laid out there.
Well, I want to say all the best to you, Nakia.
Thank you so much.
Great meeting you. Full speed ahead. All the success to you and yours. And you did well. You did well. So far, that pivot from what would have happened, that most unfortunate situation, to saying, you know what, I'm going to stay in business, but I'll go in a different direction.
You have to.
Well
you
done.
can't just you can't just sit down. You have to find different ways to make it out there.
Well said. Nakia Mohammed touching base from NMK Designs. Let's put the prints up one more time and you could, well, I mean, she say literally is 99th hour is last minute. But for any other major printing need, let NMK take you through it. All the best, Nakia.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome. We take the pause, we come back. Again, we continue with our poetry, spoken word, and there's a performance to the end from Alyssa Joseph, just in time for Mother's Day. See you soon.
Lucozade, bring the energy. Unbeatable taste, new look.
Recession have you down? Don't lose hope. Head on down to Tire Clinic for the recession deals. Big savings with our road hazard warranty on Dunlop, Temitoma, and Falcon tires. Available at Tire Clinic, Couva, Chagonas, and Pleasance Park. Tire Clinic, a tire for every need. Call 636-8973 or 636-2958.
There's a hole in the bucket.
Well, fix it, dear Johnny. Just fix it. And while you're doing that, remember the roof is leaking, the house need painting, all those kitchen tiles need changing. So tell me, Johnny, what about the plumbing? The driveway needs paving. Plus, you promised to add a new room to the house. I find it's about time. Johnny, fix it.
There has never been a better time for a TBLA home improvement loan. Call us today at 623-1501 or visit us at tblamortgages.com.
Some of us like to test limits. But there won't always be second chances. Obey the speed limits. Maybe you don't value your life, but others value theirs. A message from the TTPS.
Our connection is reliable, credible, and authentic. Thank you for trusting me to bring you the news. It's a privilege to be in your homes and hearts. With every story and every newscast, CNC3 is keeping you informed and inspired. When it comes to news, we are where you are.
This is more than just music. This is where you find the best of TNT. This is more than just a vibe. This is where Bollywood gets a twist. This is more than just energy. This is Bhangra and indie pop too. This is the
mix. This is the life. Log on or log on now. Sangeet 106.1 FM. This is authentic East Indian radio. This is us.
Calling all filmmakers, producers, content creators, influencers, and recording artists. If you're looking to rent a versatile studio space with green screen, video wall, cyclorama, and more, look no further. GM Labs is here to make your dreams a reality. Located in the heart of Port of Spain on St. Vincent Street, GM Labs is your one-stop shop for all your creative needs with over 2,800 square feet to work with. Take your creative concept to the final product at GM Labs. Give us a call or WhatsApp or message us on our Instagram and Facebook pages at GM Labs TT.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
Sportsmanship is when an athlete walks off the court and you can't tell if he won or lost because he carries himself with pride either way. This quote is an embodiment of sport, and for me, sport is an embodiment of life. We are where you are. You know, from the time she walked in and her smile, her smile lit up the room, really good energy from Leila. She's here with me to touch base and to celebrate the mothers she's going to bring to us this morning. A beautiful piece. It's actually entitled, Pride is the Way I Say I Love You. So we're going to treat with that very soon. But let me introduce Trinidad and Tobago to Leila Graves. Oh, no, Groves. Groves. Is that Leila? Pleasure.
Good morning.
Good morning. So great to have you. And obviously, before we get into the spoken word piece, just to really get a little background in terms of your journey in this particular field and the genre. When did it start for you? When you start putting pen to paper, at what point you recognize, hey, I like this, I want to do this?
It's so funny. I don't actually have a starting point. I never thought of a starting point. Since I know myself, since I know who I am, I'm writing. I'm writing poetry. I'm expressing myself, whether that be attitude or whether just, writing on a piece of paper. And I think only when I finished secondary school, I decided to really branch off and make something of myself with it, use my gift to make a difference, And I got so much inspiration from the poets I met along the way. They were such an inspiration for me.
At what point you took it to actually going on stage and sharing and finding a voice? Or are you still finding a voice in terms of your delivery and your style of poetry?
I think I definitely am still finding my style, but I make great use, I don't know if you know, of Baccano Leaf with Danica Thomas. She puts on these monthly slams, and I try to make an effort to attend and, just be a part of it. That's where I definitely found my voice for the first time, and I'm continuing to do it, especially through here.
Fantastic, fantastic. Have you put your hat in any competition rings so far?
Not as yet, but this year for sure.
Yes, yes. And I know you would have attended the slam last Sunday. Obviously, we... for the last couple of weeks would have been, given details. So I'm sure we will find the winner. We will have the winner with us, I'm sure.
That's great.
Very soon. But as it pertains to your piece, Leila, today, it's one dedicated to the moms. I want to give you a chance, obviously, to treat with it very soon. But this was one that was inspired, I would imagine, by not only your mom, but also you said the women who would have been in your life who made an impact.
Yes, I think something about me, I didn't have one specific person who was there for me. I think I, owe my success and anything that I've ever accomplished, I owe it to so many women, whether that be as early as second year. I think my second year teacher, she made an impact on me from the moment I met her. And then that continued on to secondary school. All my female teachers, they really took on a nurturing role for me. And then my granny, I grew up with my granny, and she had
a granny's girl.
I was a big granny's girl. Yeah. So she took care of me. I know all the sayings, the old time sayings. Yeah. So no matter where I was in life, women had a big impact on me, whether they made me or not.
Amazing. And we're going to get a chance to hear the piece, and then we come back and touch base more with Leila. So again, the piece is entitled, Pride is the Way I Say I love you. It's Layla Groves right here on The Morning Brew. Enjoy.
My grandmother didn't use her hands to build my body, but it's she who bent back over stove to stretch 2 loaves over my family. It's she who makes sure I see big school and a trophy for merits in education that she fight for. And it's my auntie who spent she money when the fridge was empty. It's my teacher who made a class feel like home when she alone knew the pain I was in. And it's my employer who believed I was something when my soul had nothing. When I see mother, I see more than affection, I see protection. When I see mother, I see more than a resemblance, I see resilience. Because it was from her womb I was created. From the insides of her being, from the depths of her bones, my body was formed with a sanction to share her love that has no ends and knows no limits. From this woman, I inherited more than a name and a pair of eyes, but a mind determined to hide pain like a badge of honor, to ban her belly for the sake of my satisfaction. For this woman gave my hands a duty to write the words that choke me, with fingers compelled to scribe the stories that stifled inside my chest. And when my mother did tell me my friends would carry me and wouldn't bring me back, I didn't believe she. And when my grandmother did tell me I would reap what I sow, I didn't know the truth she was talking. I had not acquired bravery, but it was from them I was pushed to be everything they were but couldn't be. All this pondering have me wondering why we had to get burned to learn and why we could only tell the tale of trouble but never listen when we mother talked to we in the first place. But no matter how much mistake we make, the wounds of a mother pave the way for the one she created. The love of a woman is a gift beyond comprehension, and so my maternal gratitude is for more than blood I shed, but to the lessons implanted within me from the women who cared, whose presence made clear that I was something worth fighting for. So as her reflection meets me in the mirror, and every woman whose palms imprinted upon my back, I rise to reach the mountains, overcoming every setback, showing appreciation in the person I prove to be. Pride is how I say I love you.
That is it. That is it. And it's a beautiful piece, and I'm sure it's one that's been given the stamp of approval by all the important ladies in your life.
For sure.
Yes. What's your normal routine for Mother's Day? What's your normal mode of action on this Sunday?
Well, it's strange. Mother's Day has been a little bit atypical in my household. Not really a big deal since I was growing up, but I never neglected the opportunity to tell the women in my life, as I said, not just my mother, not just my grandmother, but all the women in my life, giving them a little shout out, big up all the women in my life who, paved that way for success for me. Give my teacher a little happy Mother's Day, miss, things like that. I would always try to do that, and she's sure to get chocolates because it's on sale.
Yes, for sure. Lila, your work, any of your work is online? You have anything recorded, anything out there?
Yeah, so I recently started this year to start to, record myself on social media. I still haven't had the bravery, so I guess this is the starting point for putting myself out there. So I'll see where it goes.
Yeah, definitely. And when the content is out, feel free to come back and share with us.
I will, for sure. Okay, thank you so much.
For sure, Lila here with us, touching base. Don't leave my head, Lila. Don't leave my head. We relaxed a little bit still. We're going to take that pause and continue inside that Mother's Day momentum and mood. Alyssa Joseph is next to share a beautiful song and bless us with her voice, taking us up to the 8 o'clock hour. So out of Layla, we head across now to Alyssa. See you soon.
On Mother's Day, Sunday, May 10th, bring your mothers, sisters, wives, and the entire family to the luxurious, specially decorated Cascadia Hotel Ballroom St. Anne's for this exceptional Mother's Day buffet lunch and show.
From 12 noon, come enjoy a sumptuous buffet lunch prepared by the world-class chefs, which include appetizers, desserts, cocktails, and more. Then, from 2 p.m.,
mothers will be serenaded by the Caribbean stars live. Wendell McBurney,
Patricia Smith,
and soca star Sanel Dempster.
And the King Western Rollins with love songs and gospel. Early bird tickets available now at $500
at Cascadia Hotel St. Anne's, Crosby St. James, Cache Port of Spain, Michelle's Fashions Arima, Sona Jewelers, Chaguana San Pinal, Bellini, Strugmart, San Fernando, and online at islandetickets.com.
Low energy? Heart concerns? Migraines slowing you down? It's time to take control of your health. Join Wellness Unlocked, the series that brings expert advice and real solutions for a healthier you. In our latest episode, learn how Jameson CoQ10 can help support heart health, boost energy, and even reduce migraines. Get the science, the stories, and the steps to power up your health with CoQ10. Don't miss Wellness Unlocked. Watch now on CNC3 and start your wellness journey today.
Okay, let me see you, Cherry Hill. Yeah, now take it back. Let me see you rock off, shake off, shake off. Let me see you rock off, rock off. Let me see you kick right. Now step forward, now step back.
Lucozade, bring the energy.
Rock off,
unbeatable
rock
taste,
off.
new look.
Shake off, shake off. Let me see you rock off, rock off.
Don't miss the gripping drama Cabo. Sundays at 8 p.m. only on CNC3.
Each day I ask myself, how can our country be better than it was yesterday? We all hope for a better society, but not many understand the power of their influence to change the world around them. A small act of kindness holds as much power as a camera, a mic, or even a seat in the parliament when it comes to achieving societal development. I understand that my purpose extends beyond being a mere observer. I am an active participant in shaping the world around me. From the stories I write to the newscast I produce, it is my hope that everyone is heard and understood. We are where you are.
Get the story first. Want to know what's happening in news, sports, or crime? Get the CNC3 app. As the story breaks, CNC3 is there giving you the story first on your mobile device. Be connected to the most trusted and reliable news source, CNC3. Access your world with just a tap. The CNC3 app. Download it today.
Have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Her love's till the end, she's my best friend. Ain't nobody got a mom like mine.
That's right, Alyssa Joseph joins me live on set to share in the Mother's Day celebration. And I can safely say a major part of her success, I know she always makes mention of the dad, so we can't forget daddy in this conversation, but specifically mom, she's been the one next to you every interview, every engagement. Every time I've seen Alyssa, the mom is always there in the mix, offset, just supporting. And I can safely say, I think it's an example, and I guess Alyssa will elaborate, because when your child wants to go in a particular direction, especially in the creative arts, I look back at even my own mom's, her approach to it, Alyssa, when I told her at the tender age of around, I would say 15, 16, that mom, I want to do media, I want to do announcing, I want to go into hosting events. And she was supportive. I have to say, she did not say, nah, boy, that thing. She said, okay, let's do some research. And I did the little broadcasting course back then with Percy Parker.
Right.
And that's where the journey started for me. So I think I said all that to make mention of the fact that a supportive mother
is needed.
So, I mean, that gives you a certain confidence, you know, when you know your mom, she have your back then in that regard. And you see most, in terms of, especially people like yourself in the arts, singers, people who go into acting, there's always a parent.
So true.
There. At least in the early part of it. When things get real hectic, obviously, sometimes the parents take a little backseat and you see a different management team might come in. But the parent will always play a role, but in the initial building process.
Right. That's so true.
Yeah.
So my mom is my manager.
And that's been your experience, obviously.
My experience, for sure. Mom is my manager. You know that.
Yeah.
And I feel like God definitely gives her the discernment and places like ideas and all these things in her for her to manage me the way that she does. So she's my manager now, and nobody else is going to be my manager but mommy. Because I feel like she knows what I want. She knows what God wants, and that's the biggest thing.
So here the curveball I'm going to throw at you now, Alyssa, and I want you to be real with me. When you have, let's say, a particular idea, is there any creative difference? How do you differentiate between mommy and manager in that kind of situation?
I think from the time I'm singing, it's manager. Anytime I start to sing is manager, and manager mode from the time I start to sing.
But what I'm really trying to get at too is, like, let's say you have a directive, a creative direction you want to go on. You're saying, you know what, Alyssa, hold a strain, but you're really adamant and you're strong about that particular direction. How do you all work out that particular part of it? Because I've always wondered how, especially when a mom is so intimately involved in a child's career, how you all work out those details.
If mommy doesn't like it, it's a no.
It's a no-no.
It's a no-no. So sometimes, you know, I might come with ideas for some stuff. I have to pray about it, talk to mommy about it, and sometimes it'll just be a flat no. Like, nah, I ain't like that. I ain't like the way you do that. So I feel like mommy and manager kind of mixes in together, and once it's a no, I can't fight the no. No is no.
Yeah, of course, no is no. Huh?
No is no. Even if it's a manager, I can't fight my manager.
Yeah, for sure.
Mommy says no, no is no.
I guess too, they will have a certain experience, a certain certain vision. And I guess, you know, once everything is able to coincide and meet at the middle,
so
obviously, very important.
Yeah, I'm so thankful for her. You know, she shapes me to the person I am. Some people think we're twins. I think we are twins. I like to dress like her, and she doesn't like to dress like me. So I would see her put on a whole denim suit. I will put on a denim suit. When she see me in the denim suit, she will change her outfit. But I'm thankful for her, and you know, it's not Father's Day, but I still have to give thanks to my dad as well. I have both my parents' support, and I think that's phenomenal.
And you know, you could tell, and you feel it in Alyssa's presence, and the way she moves with that level of confidence. Before we head to the song, what advice you want to say to the mothers out there who will have a young one who seems to be looking at the creative arts, looking at a different career compared to, let's say, the corporate or the, you know, you always hear about the lawyer and the doctor, and you can't have only lawyers and doctors, you need to have other vocations. What you want to say to that parent who they're a bit nervous about letting the child go into this space?
Yeah, I would say to that parent out there, nervous about your child getting into the creative space, let them go for it. They want them to do the academics, but the creative space kind of takes down the stress from the academics, because as a student who does science, math, all that stuff, singing helps a lot with balancing my academics, and you want to push them in that way, because they can do great in singing, creativity, dancing, acting, and they can also do great in academics. Don't ever fight them down. Push them, support them, love them no matter what.
Alyssa, as always, you know, whip the microphone out of the blazer. This is for you.
Thank you.
We're going to definitely set the tone for Mother's Day this weekend, so enjoy, as per usual, the vocal stylings of Alyssa Joseph right here on The Morning Brew.
Yep. You might have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Her love's till the end, she's my best friend. Ain't nobody got a mom like mine. She's my world, she's my heart, and there's no denying I'm her girl, no matter what. Even when I'm lying, she loving me, loving me, loving me, loving me, love. She loves me like nobody else. I'm telling you all. She taught me how to love myself. Hey, you might have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Tell us till the end, she's my best friend. Ain't nobody got a mom like mine. See, we go way back. Oh, I remember all the time that I cried. She made me feel better. She loving me, loving me, loving me, loving me, love. She loves me like nobody else. I'm telling you, telling you, telling you, telling you all. She taught me how to love myself. Hey, you might have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Her love's till the end, she's my best friend. Ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Oh, how she loves me from the moon and back. Yeah, she's for me. Her love till the end, she's my best friend. Ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. We're celebrating you for your love, your care, your faith in us, and everything that you do. And a special Happy Mother's Day to my mom, Petra. Happy Mother's Day, Mommy. Oh, yeah. You might have a mom, she might be a bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Her love till the end, she's my best friend. Ain't nobody got a mom like mine. You might have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Her love till the end, she's my best friend. Ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Oh, how she loves me from the moon and back. Yeah, she's for me. Her love till the end, she's my best friend. Ain't nobody got a mom like mine. You might have a mom, she might be the bomb, but ain't nobody got a mom like mine. Her love till the end, she's my best friend. Ain't nobody got a mom like mine.
That is it. That is it. In time for Mother's Day again to all the mothers. I mean, obviously, as you said, Mommy Petra, very supportive to my mom, Mommy June.
Hey.
Yes, she looks on.
All the moms.
Yeah, she looks on every morning. To my son's mom, Ari, to her mom, Mommy Jean. You know, all the mothers who play an important role in, of course, my life and my son's life.
Right.
All my cousins, from Maria to everybody, all the mummies. Yeah, it's a beautiful weekend. What you normally do for mom? You just get up and cook and do breakfast, something? What you normally do for mom?
So recently I started to be this big chef. But we are on a diet and we can't be cooking macaroni pie, shepherd's pie every day. So maybe I might make a nice easy breakfast, some eggs, wheat toast, wheat cricks.
Wheat cricks, okay.
Have it easy. But I like to clean up, surprise mommy. I like to do a little decoration and I'm seeing the surprise. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, I think she knows what's coming, you know. Trust me, there's no one coming, You can't really surprise them anymore. That's the expectation.
True.
That, you know, they just relax themselves. Thanks so much for blessing us, as always, with your beautiful voice and talent.
Thank you for having me.
Tone. That's a nice song. Ooh,
this is Megan Trainor. I learned this song in COVID. And it just stuck with me.
A beautiful song.
I know, right?
Beautiful song, yeah, for sure. Oh, with that, of course, let's have ourselves a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day also to Nakisha. I mentioned that earlier, I'll do it again. Nakisha is...
Of course, Nakisha.
Enjoy yourself. All the mothers here on the floor, the mothers of Guardian Media, the mothers of Trinidad and Tobago. It's going to be a great weekend. Let's hope it's a safe one, an incident-free weekend. My goodness, what a week it's been. But we'll try to leave with that positive outlook and that blessing. Have a great one. God spare. I'm back for more on Monday, TNT. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day.
You're watching CNC3. As an affiliate of Al Jazeera, we now join their current program.